Thank you. So the second again, part three. This title of part three is Immigration. Let's go back in American history. This country's forefathers sought a foreign land, rebelled, and declared their independence from King George III in England. Before they can declare independence from King George III in England, they had to secure another land. But in having to secure another land, they took the land from the native born that lived there. Instead of seeking to come up with a treaty that would allow the existence between the native born and the foreigner, as they're the foreigner, now called the United States of America. The United States government, led by President Donald Trump, treats the alien that lives among them with contempt and wants to drive them out for what they believe to be their sovereign country. But they have failed to realize that their country had their own very own Egypt. They had escaped the oppression of the king of England, just like Israel's exodus out of the oppression of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. They have forgotten, but they do not want to acknowledge that they had escaped their very own Egypt, not remembering that they were, like them, the Mexicans, who have escaped the oppression of the Mexican government. This violates the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself. They came out from under King George III in England themselves, as warning. Malachi 3:5 begins the Old Testament. Then I will draw near to you for judgment. I will be a swift witness against those who thrust aside the alien. Do not fear me, says the verse. Or from another translation, drive the alien away of justice. Everybody has a need for deliverance from the oppression of another. The United States case in this country's past history, the people were foreigners. So love your neighbor as yourself. This was commanded to Israel and applies to everyone, even to us today. Were you ever a stranger and was mistreated? You know how it feels, so do not mistreat others. These aliens were oppressed by their own government. The two commandments given by God on Mount Sinai that summarize all of his commandments are in short two. Love thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. Gospel of Luke, the New Testament. Jesus gave an example of how we should treat our neighbor. Found in Luke chapter 10, verse 25 to 37, which I read to you, part 2. I'm sharing with you today. And to the one who does these things for the neighbor, stranger, and alien, who is pleasing. Jesus sees the alien as someone who is in need. Besides what I have said is this: the United States is a reflection of President Donald Trump, and President Donald Trump is a reflection of the United States. The electoral college system has voted for him, yes, but you need to say that you are like each other. I'm not talking about the so-called alien citizen. You're both evil. Donald Trump and the citizen. You both need to change. So repent. Read the gospel of Jesus Christ. The Bible says, I quote, that the mighty phone said the same, chapter 1, verse 25. The United States is flawed. Going back to the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verses 9 and 10, verses 33 to 34. In those verses, the Lord referred to aliens that is not theirs, as aliens, not illegal aliens. So God in the New Old Testament, Jesus in the Gospels, referred to them as aliens, not illegal aliens. Jesus referred to himself as a stranger in the land, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 20, verses 21 through 46. This is the account. It tells us that the way one treats his neighbor, stranger and alien, is the way he sees himself being treated to them. One treats them basically with contempt, one who does not provide for them, who are hungry, thirsty, without clothing, without inviting them in, by looking after them when they are sick, not visiting them who are in prison. Jesus condemns. President Donald Trump has proposed to and will do if he is successful. If he can't do it in the open, he will hide the innocent and along with those who have been convicted. See, of course, if you're convicted of a federal crime, you should be deported, but only for a federal crime, not misdemeanor. You're thrusting all that of the country together. He wants to throw all that together. This maneuver is right for the devil's table. During Donald Trump's run for president of the United States, he proclaimed that if he were president, he would send over 11 million ready crews. The Republicans were illegal aliens back to Mexico. These people, that was like a terrible king with his army marching towards his land, proclaiming that he was going to bring them into captivity and carry them as a plan. It was like that to them. They feared this terrible king. What were they going to do? Love him? God himself said he would be a swift witness against those who trust inside the army. In this case, the so-called illegal alien. He said also that he will draw near to them for judgment those who deprive the alien. Exodus 12, verse 29 reads, the same law applies both to the legal born and to the foreign, the alien residing among you. Exodus chapter 22, verse 21, do not mistreat or oppress the foreign, the alien. Exodus 23, verse 9, do not oppress a foreigner. You yourselves know how it feels to be foreigners, because you were foreigners in Egypt. Think that they should not hate him? This terrible King Donald Trump, that is the king. Cindy Garcia's husband, Jorge Garcia, from Michigan, was deported and separated from his wife and children by ICE. Sent back to Mexico in January 2018. April 15th. January 2018. He came to the United States. He was only about 10 years old. He was innocent of wrongdoing. The only crime was that he was a so-called illegal alien. Not until it was my mother and daughter seeking asylum from the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Africa. The United States were separated by the United States government. The mother was sent to California and the daughter was sent to Chicago. They are not illegal before God Almighty. In 2017, the majority of those arrested were first convicted and charged with crime. Though many of those crimes were low traffic offenses, still some were innocent of all but being in the country illegally. The number of non-criminal immigrants arrested in 2017 increased up to 50,600 compared to 5,290 in 2016. There have been plenty of migrant families coming to the United States seeking asylum at the United States border, seeing themselves separated from the children. Migrants seeking asylum at the border, according to the law, are legal. The President Donald Trump blaming the Democrats for parents being separated from their children. Jesus calls even himself an alien and a stranger to the earth. The Lord does not see like man sees. At the heart of the matter of his breast is the claim of man's laws and God's laws. If you put yourself first of your neighbor, and your neighbor is the so-called illegal alien who is justifiably in need of your help, then you do not love your neighbor as yourself. You violate God's command to love your neighbor as yourself. Putting yourself first in this case is sin. This was the real sin of Sodom and Gomorrah that caused the judgment of God. Which actually was a sin too, but he really cares for how you treat your neighbor, stranger, and alien that are among you. But if Jesus himself were in the United States today, he would be viewed as an illegal alien. He is the creator, the owner of it all. Jesus alone with his Father created the heavens and the earth, and all that is in them, man being the founding of the world's creation. Government was created by God himself for people's sake and for their benefit, not for man's detriment. He sets the rules and he can set them aside. However, he does not set aside his royal laws. In the first epistle of Peter, chapter 2, verses 11 and 12, he talks to Christians and says, Beloved, I urge you as aliens and strangers to keep your behavior excellent in the land, for as long as they keep the law, they shall live in peace. But if inhabitants should get jealous for having deciphered or even want you out, let that be on them. Let that not be because you did something against the law, like murder, rape, or robbery, for example. Keep with what is believed to be good behavior amongst the inhabitants. If you keep yourselves above reproach, innocent of the law, and all they have against you is that you crossed the law illegally, then I will have something against them, says the Lord. For in God in Malachi chapter 3, verse 5 says this, Then I will draw near to you for judgment. I will be a swift witness against those who thrust aside their equity. And do not fear me, says the Lord of hosts. If you are being mistreated and thought of as an evildoer, do not sin in your mouth. Continue to obey the Lord and continue with loving behavior. For Proverbs 15 verse 1 tells us, A gentle word turns away wrath, but harsh words stirs up anger. James 1, 9 and 20 says this, Everyone shall be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Because the anger of man does not accomplish patience. In the following verse of James chapter 1 verse 1 says, Therefore get rid of all moral filth and evil that is so prevalent and humbly accept the word commanded in you, which can save you. He can save you from angry and unjust men, and those who would not cause harm. So get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so easily entangled you, and humble yourselves in the mighty hand of God. God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. You cannot accomplish the righteousness of God. That means you'll be having to answer to what you just done illegally, and you can't come to your rescue in that. But you could have compassion and mercy and deliver you and lead you. That's why Jesus came. Those who have faith in him and be redeemed from their sins and forgiven. Verse 22 of chapter 1 says, Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves, do what it says. Keeping of God's commandments is proof that you love him. Jesus says in the Gospel of John, if you love me, keep my commandments. This is found in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 15. In John 15, verse 20 to 24, Jesus goes on to say, Whoever has my commands and keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father. I too will love them and show myself to them. Everyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and will make my home. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. His words you hear are not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. It also says in Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 through 6, when God gave his 10 commandments to the people, it begins with, and God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, the land of slavery, to have no other gods before me. Do not make for yourself an image time of anything, and heaven above and earth beneath, and the earth below. You shall not bow down to them and worship them. God is the Lord your God, and jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents, the 31st generation. Those that hate me shall love to 1,000 generations. Those that love me. See in the Gospels of the New Testament, in the beginning of the Ten Commandments by God in the Old Testament, chapter 20, then again in Deuteronomy chapter 10. Which is chapter 24, chapter 10. By the commandments. The word God tells us, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Those who do not love me, I hate them. And those who do not keep my commandments. This is why I go back and forth from Old Testament, New Testament, New Testament, Old Testament. We do this to prove scripture that this Jesus is the Christ, the Son of living God, God in the flesh. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23 and 24. This is what the Lord says. Let not the wise man boast in his wisdom, the strong man boast in his strength, the rich man boast in his riches, but let the one who boasts boast like this, that they have the understanding to know me, I am the Lord, his kindness, justice, and righteousness on earth. And these I tell you. One who shows kindness, justice, righteousness on earth is Christ the Lord. In these he delights the Lord. Why does the wise man boast of wisdom? Why does the strong man boast of strength? Why does the rich boast of his riches? Why does he say that they are his? God is the one who gives wisdom, God is the one who gives strength. God is the one who gives riches. Without him, they could be nothing. They would have nothing. They would be nothing. Wise men of this world, strong men of this world, rich men of this world, throw much of what they can offer, hoping to solve the problems of the world facing the country and the other countries in the world. There are anything they can solve. Wisdom, strength, riches, and from God, they belong to him, and he can take them back and see flowers. Righteousness, goodness, and God's alone. By faith, apart from works, we can receive these virtues of righteousness and goodness from him. But if man does not possess these virtues of himself, they have to be given to him by God. So let him boast of this alone, that he understands and knows me, the one who sent, Father sent his only begotten Son, Lord Jesus Christ, sent the earth to die, to be raised from the dead, sent him to right hand of the Father, made the way to salvation of all who believe in him. This is true understanding. You see from these two passages of scripture, Matthew 19 and Luke 18, about children who are born to Jesus, even the babies as well as born to Jesus. The Lord Jesus Christ takes 100% seriously how you treat your baby, how you treat your children, how you treat children. Look at what he says about his true children. Matthew chapter 18, verse 6, Luke chapter 17, verse 3. Jesus tells us that if anyone causes these children in the wilderness of sin, it will be better than nothing, but tied around the neck to be drowned in the distance. Well, there's 3 chapters to this, 3 parts to this. We'll be back again. Stay tuned to the one I'm going to be speaking on next. Thank you. Spread the word.